Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso. Lots and lots of feel good coming your way still. Oh yes, in the third and final hour.
Especially if you're going to be celebrating all things heritage.
Yeah.
You might want to make your way to Sun City, where Graham is taking the sights and scenes of the Rumba in the jungle.
Oh, good morning, gents. Thank you so much. Yes, again, I'm missing you guys terribly, especially on a Friday. But I'm going to see if I can bring a little bit of that glitz and glam, because we are, yes, still at Sun City. And we are awaiting what is probably going to be the biggest showcase and dance festival that this continent has seen in years. Rumba in the Jungle is back. We're in the palace, finally a setting befitting a queen. Joanna Leonis is adding some incredible gravitas to this year's Rumba in the Jungle. She is a multiple world champion and title holder across so many different divisions. I could spend about 3 minutes just listing her titles, but thankfully she is here to support the South African dance community. So Joanna, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. What is it like being in SA?
It's amazing. Thank you for having me here. First of all, it's a pleasure for me. It's always been one of my dreams to be in South Africa. I have a lot of friends and they're all jealous that I'm here. And to be here and witness this beauty and this nature and all the spirit of the people, of course. And yes, it's incredible. So thank you.
There is this sense of collaboration and community within the dance world, and it seems to be a global family now more than ever. We need to connect to be able to help each other up, and I think in the South African context, having competitions on this level with this sort of gravitas has got to be a game changer. What does it do for a dancer's career as they're trying to climb that ladder to be able to perform at competitions that are this big, this intense, that come with this kind of fanfare?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is incredibly a blessing for them to have this opportunity to be a part of such a great event, because it gives them the vision, the total reality of what it's all about, and to have this facility and these events that are so well taken care of and so beautifully projected and produced. So I think for a dancer, I remember myself when I went to my first big competition, I learned so much from witnessing my idols and people that were there and doing their thing, and just getting the vibe and the feel and seeing this opportunity. Yeah, I think it builds the character of from a very young age of all these dreams and what you can do and
what you can achieve. And I think
yes.
You're a serial winner. You cracked the code somehow in what seems to be the most competitive field. Just how tough is it at the top? What did it take for you to get there? What fortitude, what is that X factor that you possess that allowed you to get there? And as a result, what has dance given you in return for that sacrifice and that hard work?
It's hard to talk about myself. I don't really always like it, but for me it was like a need. It was a sense of physical addiction nearly that I felt dancing could give me, and I was fortunate enough to be able to see it, because in Belgium actually it wasn't very popular. So when I witnessed it for the first time, I immediately knew from my inside, from my guts, that this is what I want to do. And I was doing ballet and other forms, but ballroom was something special. I think it also has this relationship aspect that you can share it with another person, and you can communicate different emotions through the dancing. And yes, and it was not easy, but I had my mind was into it, so it was definitely first in my head that I wanted to get to the top and be there. And but I was at the same time, I think the thing that made it for me is that balance between commercial and actually artistic side. And a lot of people maybe are a bit confused with, if they want to get to the top, they really follow a bit the mainstream, and they go a bit for the quickest way there, let's say, which could be sometimes seen as political moves or stuff like this. But for me, it was always to stay genuine with my beliefs and authenticity, with my thing, which is different for everybody. But I guess if you know what you want and you have that passion and need and will, then there is no limit to it.
Yeah, exactly. You just keep kicking down those barriers. I've got to ask you this, because I got lost watching videos of you doing nothing. Your entrance, the ability to squeeze like 5 seconds of drama out of 1 second, that light and shade. For you, what was that hook? What was that thing that made you so special, do you think? Did you have a move? Was there an element to your dance that was your X factor?
I mean, throughout the year you build up different moves and you start to feel a bit more daring, but I was always, I guess, a bit of a rebellious person in a way that I wanted to make a statement and that it's my own one and not to just reproduce what has been done already. So even though I'm a very shy kind of person, on the floor I'd never behaved, let's say, and I was stimulated by the right people. My coach, who was also Ruud Vermeer, who was also very much from the outside world of theater and being fed with a lot of different forms of arts and ingredients from different styles was very, very important. So I think that's also a part of not being stuck in one format, let's say.
You're an artist and you're a rebel, and we love you for it. I absolutely love it. If I could, to close this off, in one or as few words as possible, what's going to win it for you today? If we can speak directly to those amazing dance couples that you're going to be judging, what is that thing that you look for in another dance couple? What do you think is going to sway you out there when you're judging?
I think a combination of daring to be genuinely their presence, a sense of presence, and that they do their thing and they believe in what they have. So many legends from here, so many incredible talents, more than maybe other countries in the world.
Yeah.
So I think they all have it. It's just maybe someone needs to go for it a bit more and not be afraid to really share it and communicate and give that presence.
Oh, the platform is yours. If any of the dancers are going to be competing over the weekend or watching right now, just reach out and grab it, but be authentically yourself, Joanna. It really is not lost on me how important it is to have you here, how blessed we are to have your presence and your influence, and to have Victor and you here performing as well. It's just something so magical. So thank you so, so much for what you are doing for South African dance. Now it's up to the South African dancers to put their hand up. Rumba in the Jungle is here, an opportunity to make your mark in the world of dance. And of course, my journey through the world of dance centers around one incredible dancer, and we're going to chat to her. She's also on the judging panel. Lindsay, my beautiful wife, is going to open a bit of a window into what it was like to try and teach me to dance during our Strictly days. Stick around, we'll see you in a mo.